Well, there's going to be a Golden Eagle blackout. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Watson Brown Show, presented by IWC Cash and Carry. Alongside Tennessee Tech head coach Watson Brown, I'm your host, Buddy Pearson. Well, after an open date this week, the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles get back to action this Saturday night by hosting the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky in what's being called a blackout at Tucker Stadium. And, Coach, I've already got my black on. I'm ready to go.
You know, I'm impressed. I guess I'm an old man now. I can't keep up with you. This morning when I got up early, I didn't think about wearing my black. You should have called me.
You got a week to worry about it. You got a week to get the wardrobe ready.
I don't think I've got any black, but the Flares will be in it anyway. And they look forward to this, and it's got a lot of purple and gold on it, but kids like to wear changes, and we've kind of done that. We've got the two helmets now, and we're kind of the team in the league that'll give you different uniforms, and I think our kids like that.
Now, how was the open date this week? I know this was probably a good time to get a lot of guys healed up, work on some fundamentals, things like that.
Yeah, buddy, it was a good week. I was very impressed with our kids. It was the best week of practice we've had since we started the season, and that was good because it told me we still got some attitude about ourselves. And a lot of people didn't practice, which was good. Maybe we can get some people healthier. And then a lot of these young guys that have been playing got more reps to improve them, I think, in their fundamentals a little bit. And so I thought it was a very good week. We didn't do anything with any opponent, Eastern coming up or TSU or EIU. We didn't mess with anybody. We took 3 days and didn't do a lot of physical things, but just a lot of fundamental assignment technique type things. And I really think we got better. We'll see Saturday night.
6 games into the season now, you got your open date, you got 5 weeks left to go. Is there any particular thing that you really emphasize or you think that you really have to do in these last 5 games?
Buddy, great question. I think when I love to analyze ourselves in the open date. That's when you get time to breathe. And we have not executed great this season, and I think that's one of our issues. And we haven't been the toughest team mentally. Our emotions have gone up and down. We've done some crazy things, and I think that's what we tried to work on this week is get back to execution. Sometimes that execution is because it's not the same guy playing every week. That's been an issue. And then we put some younger guys in some of these older guys' places. So there's a combination of things, but we've got to get our heads up and confidence back a little bit. I think our confidence is down. To start 0-3 in the league is not easy and not what we expected. But, buddy, you know, we can talk about these injuries all we want, but honestly, we've been good enough to win 2 of those games.
Right.
We've had the chance to win 2 of the 3 games in the fourth quarter with the players that we have, and we just haven't performed in fourth quarters to finish games. And last year we won 5 of 6 close football games in the league to win the league. This year we're 0-2 already in the league in close games. And as you well know, you travel with us and you know, both those games were very winnable.
Yeah.
And we didn't win either one of them.
Yep. And just because it was an open date and Tennessee Tech didn't play anybody doesn't mean we don't have highlights for you. Our talented production staff has come up with the top 10 plays of the season so far. So right now we're going to take a look at plays 6 through 10. Let's get started. And these are presented by TTUsports.com. Play number 10, Adam Urbano. Man, that guy, he sees the opening. It's a 21-yard touchdown run against North Greenville. Coach, you like seeing that, I know.
Yeah, we ran the ball so well early. We've got to get back to this, buddy. We're not running the ball well right now. I didn't do a good job of calling plays in the fourth quarter the other night to run the ball. Here's another play in the North Greenville game where we fake a ball and Trey slides outside. And, boy, we missed this kid. Jordan Smith, a true freshman from BGA in Asheville, and he made a beautiful play on this and took off down the sidelines, and Trey hits him right on stride. And glad to have Jordan back. He'll be full speed, really full speed for the first time in about 4 weeks with him. He pulled a hamstring way back around Oregon.
Definitely one of the highlights of the year, a 23-yard touchdown from Trey Lamb to Derrick Rogers at Oregon to put the Golden Eagles up 7-0 on the Ducks.
I'm not sure we've had the biggest lead on the Ducks all year long. I told them to take a picture of the scoreboard after this one and just end it right there. Could have thunder, lightning, anything they wanted to do.
Well, now, don't adjust your TV set. This is the speed up of Trey Lamb setting the TTU passing record against Southeast Missouri. His numbers, a mind-boggling 38 of 57, 481 yards, 3 touchdowns, and of course
Derrick Rogers caught 18 of them.
Yeah, and Derrick
Rogers, of the 38 were to Derrick. So That's why, imagine all of these are his throws to Derrick.
And Derrick Rogers, what a game he had.
I hope anybody at home can stay with this, because a 60-year-old, 2-year-old man struggling with this right now. If you want me to try to keep up with each one of these, good luck, pal.
18 catches for 303 yards for Derrick, and then Trey Lamb, play number 6, setting the passing record right here. He's hitting Chris Cates for 21 yards, and just a fantastic game for Trey Lamb.
Fantastic, not offensively, and especially in the first half. We lost Derrick in the second half of that game, and in the fourth quarter of that game. But, buddy, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Derrick Rogers hasn't played in the fourth quarter of the last 3 games. He's been injured and has not been able to finish a game with us. And those 2 losses we had that were close games, I would like to think if he'd been out there, it might have been different.
Well, you've got to think about that. I mean, like you just said, the last 3 games without Derrick Rogers, and you saw what Jacksonville did by going man up on the young wide receivers, putting the guys in the box, and really just shutting the offense down.
Shutting us down in the fourth quarter. I think we made 3 first downs in the fourth quarter, and with Derrick in there in the third quarter, had 2 80-yard drives for scores. And we got to get him healthy. He didn't practice all last week, and hopefully we can get him back. And if we ever get him back healthy, maybe he can play the last 5 games and finish with us. So it's been hard on him.
And speaking of Derrick, I think you're going to see him in plays 5 through 1 somewhere in there. So let's take a look at the top 5 plays of the season so far, and this is brought to you by Miller Lite. Here we go, play number 5, and this is probably one of the best catches I think I've seen Derrick make. This was against Southeast Missouri, and he basically takes away an interception from the defensive back.
Yeah, beautiful. Reach that big long arm out and across the body of the defensive back and pull that out.
And you see the SEMO coach jumping up and down because he thinks he's got a
That's Coach Samuel. That's the head coach at
interception.
SEMO, and he just pulled it right away from the kid.
Ladarius Van Leer, coach, we knew it was just a matter of time before he was going to do this on a kickoff return.
Oh, he's going to have many of them before he leaves Tennessee Tech. I hope he has some more this year. I think he can.
94-yard kickoff return against Murray State. And, Coach, probably one of the most memorable plays right here. Caleb Mitchell, a 49-yard interception return against Jacksonville State, wound up being probably one of his final plays of his career.
Fantastic interception. Gave us the lead in the game, and till the fourth quarter it held true. And it will be his last interception as a Golden Eagle because he's gone for the season.
Play number 2, Tredarius Goff blocking a field goal against Oregon.
Tredarius had the big block at Eastern Kentucky last year to win a championship for us, so he's good at that.
And the top play so far, the first 6 games of the Golden Eagles, Trey Lamb to Ryan Tillman to Steve Wilson for the touchdown, just like you drew it up in practice.
Exactly like we drew it up. I tell you, you don't know how hard we worked at that play, and old Ryan just to tip that ball straight back to Steve. And I'd like to take credit for that, but wrong.
Well, great job by the guys putting those highlights together of the first 6 games so far. And there have been some really good things happen. You know, despite the record and despite the losses, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of positive things that you've been telling your team.
There are. We've had 2 good wins. We went on the road and fought Oregon hard, buddy, and we've had 2 out of 3 conference games that we very well could have won as easy as we lost. So we're still right there. And we're all disappointed that we're out of the race. You know, that's what happens in football. You can get hit quick and it's over. But we got to regroup now and knock some folks off, get ready to play for the York Trophy. Still a lot left on the table. We've got a good football team. We got to regroup and get them back and see what we can do.
Speaking of the conference race, we'll take a look at the OVC scoreboard now, brought to you by OVC Digital Network. And the conference race is starting to get a little tighter now. Taking a look at some of these games, it was Eastern Illinois over Jacksonville State, 31-28. Are you surprised by that, Coach?
No, I thought Jacksonville State would have a chance to beat them, and look at the stats for Gruffalo, way down, 26 of 51, 220 yards.
Yeah.
Jacksonville State did a good job against their pass, too. EIU went down and scored late to win that game, and Jacksonville State's a good pass defense football team.
Of course, we still have to see Eastern Illinois for homecoming here later on in the season. Elsewhere around the league, number 23, Eastern Kentucky, big winner over Austin Peay, no surprise there.
No, Eastern Kentucky has proven to be one of the top teams in our league, no doubt about it.
Probably the offensive shootout of the year so far. UT Martin, 66 over Murray State, 59 points, Coach. It doesn't get you a win.
That's unbelievable. I've lost 2 games in my career and scored 50. I've not scored 59. I've lost at 55 and lost at 52. One of them was here against Sanford at Tennessee Tech way back when I first got here, and we scored 52 points and got beat. But to to lose with 59 points. But look at the stats of Derek Carr. I mean, 42 of 46. I can't imagine anybody having a night like that. I've not seen the tape yet. It'll be real interesting to see what happened in that game.
And we still will see UT Martin here at Tucker Stadium. Oh, by the way, Casey Brockman just tossed 8 touchdowns. Yeah. A couple of weeks, we'll see Tennessee State in Nashville. They remain undefeated in the league, and overall, they defeat Southeast Missouri. That's the first road win there for TSU in the conference.
Well, look at the Ward having 43 carries, 267 yards. Yeah. When you're running the football like that, we've got 3 teams in the league that are running it really, really well, and that's Jacksonville State, Tennessee State, and Eastern Kentucky. 2 of the 3 are right at the top of our league. You play defense and you run the ball, buddy, you're going to have a chance to win a lot of championships.
Yep. And, Coach, taking a look at the standings now, you've got TSU, the only team that's undefeated, and then you got EKU, UT Martin, and Eastern Illinois right there with 1 loss still in the hunt.
The glaring thing to me, buddy, is that we have lost to the 3 teams that are in the lower half. We now have to play the 4 teams in a row in the upper half. And so who knows, though? I don't know that that's the way it's going to fall at the end.
Right.
But 3 of the teams that we played all have 2 losses. And we have not played the one team that doesn't have a win like us, and that being Austin Peay. But we've played Jacksonville State, Murray State, and Southeast Missouri. But we've got those 4 above that to play in a row now coming up as we finish down the stretch here.
Yeah, definitely a tough stretch coming up for the Golden Eagles. And we've got a lot more of the Watson Brown Show coming your way. We're going to talk more about the blackout. Plus, Coach is going to take your Twitter questions. Stay with us. The Watson Brown Show will continue in just a bit. And welcome back to the Watson Brown Show. It's time now for our Golden Eagle Player Spotlight. And this week, it's Cookeville's very own Stephen Bush that's in the spotlight. Let's take a look.
I played high school right down the road here at Cookeville, the Cavaliers, to play in my hometown. Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a dream, you know. I think everybody would love that opportunity. I'm just one of the lucky ones, fortunate. My father was my motivation early on, but since then it's just been coaches and teammates, you know. My dad got me started in football when I was 7 or 8 years old. I can't remember. Oh gosh, some of the positions I played growing up: quarterback, right, tailback, fullback, receiver, corner, linebacker, safety, punt returner, kick returner, all kinds. I've had several coaches that have had a big influence on my career. I would say when I was young, it was Kevin Carter. He coached a group of us as we were growing up, and then in high school, I definitely had to say Coach Jerry Joslin. Definitely shaped my life and my football career. The best advice I've ever received probably from Coach Jay to work hard and do right. My role on the team, I am a running back and I play special teams. There's a lot of good players on this year's team. I guess I go with the quarterback Trey Lamb. My major and my career goals, I'm in business right now, but I don't know how long that I'll be in that. I think I want to coach one day, so I may change out of that. Coach Stevens, my position coach, he's very smart, very laid back, somebody you can go to and ask questions if you got anything that you don't understand. So he's always there for you. I'm Stephen Bush.
And, Coach, it's great when you can get players the caliber of a Stephen Bush right here in your own backyard.
Oh, it is. And but whoever's picking these guys are picking great kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
And, of course, you've covered Stephen now for many years. And he's an MVP on the team this year. He's played all over the field. He's played H-back. He's played A-back. He was playing A-back, and then we lost all the running backs for the SEMO week. We moved him back to B-back. He played the whole game as a B-back in practice 3 days. Stayed at B-back till those guys came back. Played at Oregon as a B-back. Then after Zach Ziegler went down, and then Tremaine Hudson went down, so he had to go back to A-back again. And he's just been all over the field, and he's an MVP kid that doesn't stick out that way. That's what I've always loved about Stephen. He'll do whatever you ask him to do. He doesn't care to be flashy, and he's more flashy than you think. but he is just so dependable.
Yeah.
He's a dependable kid, and whatever you tell him to do, very sharp, knows football really well, and would be a very good football coach. I hope he goes into the profession.
Yeah. And speaking of coaching, it's time now to go inside Golden Eagle football, brought to you by Mid-State Sports Medicine. This week, we visit with assistant coach Sam Williamson.
Go! Good, Abe. There you go. That's better. That's better. One more time.
My title is assistant head coach, the run game coordinator, and I coach the defensive line. I'm responsible for all the players. I'm responsible for all the equipment, responsible for the managers, the scholarship of the managers and the video guys, facilities, and my recruiting responsibilities, and that's basically what I'm over. I've been here since 2007. Some of my best memories were my first year here. Man, I knew nothing. You know, I knew nothing. I knew D-line play. You know, that's about it. I knew how to play D-line. I knew the technique of D-line, and I came in with a great defensive line coach in John Palermo, and I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from him when I first got here. But my best memories, man, it's basically everything. You know, we won the championship. That was awesome. My first time ever winning a championship. First time ever getting a ring, and that was awesome. That was awesome to be able to celebrate that with my head coach that I played for. You know, so it was special to me winning the championship. But man, ever since I've been here, man, it's been great. You know, I'm living my dream. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. Well, I ain't gonna tell you the best stories because he might see this, but I've been with Coach Brown, man, for a long time. You know, that's all I know, the Watson Brown way. Shoot, he started recruiting me in 2000, and now it's 2012. You know, so half my life I've been with him. You know, so he taught me everything I know. You know, I model myself after him. I try to be just like him. He's been everything to me. You know, he's literally been everything to me, my adult life.
D-line on 3. 1, 2, 3. D-line.
Coach's hair is going to be a little grayer if he wants to be just like you.
Whew, he's got a lot of years to catch me, pal. A lot of years. I don't even know if Sam's 30 yet or not. He's be right at it, I guess. But outstanding defensive line coach, and you're going to see him in a lot of different places as he grows in his career. He's going to move up the ladder, and it's going to be well deserved when he gets the opportunities.
Yeah, good to have somebody like him on your staff. Well, it's time now to check out TTU athletics in the community, brought to you by Pepsi. This week, the Golden Eagles go to Capshaw for the Cougar Run. Let's check it out.
Gosh, you should have known I'd be out here. Holy tight, Stacy. You got all the you got all the
time. So just
right there. There's four. If you don't have a ticket, just walk around and look. Okay?
No, I understand. Oh, cool. Look at there you go.
I'm here at the elementary school. I'm about to, crush some of these little third graders. A little racing around in this little course, 20-second max. I'm Usain Bolt. They don't want this. It's competition. I'm out to get them. Let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time to turn on the jets. Oh, I gotta get it inside. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh. I'm out here getting assists, supporting the elementary school, filling this water up. Fantastic.
Yeah, Jeremiah's a water boy. I like to see that.
It happens, man.
It's great.
I'm great at it.
Okay. Also,
Hey, Trip.
How
you doing? How many laps you have? 7? Oh my God. 8? That's pretty good.
1, 2, 3. That wasn't a good one. We needed one more. Knock yourself out. It's Matt's shirt. Ready? Not even my shirt. 1, 2, 3.
Coach, my daughter went to Capshaw. I've been to a lot of those Cougar runs. I know how special it is for those kids to have those student athletes there.
Buddy, I went to Capshaw.
Wow.
Many years ago, and then ended up at Tech Training, which there isn't such a thing anymore. But it was a grade school on campus here at Tennessee Tech. But my second, third grade, fourth grade, right in there, I was a Capshaw guy myself, and didn't live 2 blocks away from the school. And so I have fond memories in that same building right there with those young kids today.
It's a good time. It's good to see the student athletes out there too with the kids. That's always something special.
Oh, it is. And you know, we talk about what it means to the kids. It means a lot to our kids too. They enjoy doing it, and I think it gives them just an upbeatness that they feel respected, and the kids look up to them, and it also makes them understand how important it is for them to act right, because the kids are going to look up to you whether you're good or whether you're bad. Yeah. And I think that I like to see them do those things, because I think it just reminds them how important they are.
All right. Well, if you want to know more about the blackout, stay with us, because we're going to be talking about that and taking your Twitter questions. The Watson Brown Show rolls on in just a minute. Welcome back to the Watson Brown Show. Well, if you have a question for Coach Brown, you can tweet it at TTU Golden Eagles. And, of course, we have some questions for you, Coach, as we move into the Twitter question segment. First question, does EKU compare to anybody we've faced so far?
Similar to Jacksonville, in my opinion. They run the ball the same way that they do, run play-action passes off of it. A little better defensive team than Jacksonville. Probably offenses are very similar. Good receivers outside, and you want to crowd the ball to stop the run, and then they'll throw it to the one-on-one of those guys. So there's some similarities to the Jacksonville State team on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah.
Another question here. What particular problem does the EKU defensive system and personnel pose for Trey Lamb and his decision-making at the line?
Well, they're a very aggressive team. They're always one of the best defenses in our league, year in and year out. I think they are the best defensive team in our league this year. They're just not giving up a lot of points to anybody, and you got to earn your points, and their offense plays to their defense. It's going to be one of those Jacksonville games where you want the ball. Yeah. And we gave it up for 41 minutes in the Jacksonville State game. This team leads the conference in time of possession, so you know what they're going to try to do to us, keep the ball out of our hands. But their defense is not bend but not break, but you just don't get a lot of big plays against them. So you, just like you remember us beating them up there last year, it was 4, 5, 6. You don't see a lot of huge plays. We've got to be patient like that. I didn't think we were very patient in the Jacksonville State game. We wanted big plays and not enough 4- and 5-yard things, and we got to get back and run the football better right now. The last couple of weeks we've not run the ball well.
Coach, I would think that last year's win at Eastern Kentucky was one of your signature wins that you've been, since you've been here at Tennessee Tech.
It was because of what it meant. Yeah. I mean, we left Murray, we go to Jacksonville State and get the conference race back in our hands, come home and lose in homecoming on an extra point at the end of the game. So it was a devastating loss, and yet we get on a bus and head to Richmond knowing if we win the game, it's back to coming home and beating Austin Peay. And I think knowing what was at stake and going up there and beating a good football team, that if they won that day, it was over. They win it outright. Yeah. And to go knock them off, it was a big win.
Coach, one more question here. The guys are wearing black uniforms. Are they excited about that? And will you practice this week in black?
No, we won't. We won't practice in black, but they're excited to wear something different. They like it, and you can see a lot of purple in this black, and we will wear the gold helmet with it. And
those helmets are sharp.
Yeah,
they really are.
It's a neat helmet, and I'm glad we did the helmet. We honestly did the helmet to honor the 72 and 76 teams for winning the championships, and yet now our kids love the helmets. So now we've got 2 helmets that we can wear. But you can tell it's a good looking uniform, and we'll try to wear it probably once a year, every year from here on out. And even though you call it a blackout, it still shows a lot of purple and gold in the uniform.
Well, and one of the good things about the blackout is that the first 2,500 fans who show up at Tucker Stadium is going to get a black T-shirt to wear at the football game. Of course, I'll already be wearing my black. I won't need
to wear it all week.
Yeah, I'm just going to wear it all week. I'm that fired up for the game.
Might get close to you by Saturday. I'll tell you that right now. How about washing it anyway?
First 2,500 free black T-shirts. What about that?
That's neat. That's neat that Marc has done that through the athletic department. I think that's how it's been done, and it's a great idea, and hopefully fans will come out excited and cheer on our team. We need something in a boost way, and we got to play better. We need the fans to come out and really get behind our players, because don't be down on them. They're playing their hearts out now. You've watched us play. Effort is not our issue.
Effort is not a problem.
That's not it. We're just not playing solid enough yet to win games, and hopefully we'll play our best game Saturday night, and maybe this black uniform will help us.
And you look at Eastern Kentucky, they've been on quite a roll this season. Like you said, they do run the ball. You don't hear a lot about their quarterback. What about their quarterback? He's not up. He doesn't seem to be up there in the elite with the Casey Brockmans and that kind of thing.
Well, the reason he's not is because they don't throw it near as much.
Yeah.
They're a run-first, pass-second team, but he leads the conference in pass inefficiency.
Really?
So he's top of the league. He's better than Trey. He's better than Brockman. He's better than Carr. He's top of the league. And I think this is some of the plays from last year's game that we played so well a year ago. I just hope we can play anywhere close to that this year.
Played hard. It was a physical football game.
Yeah, very physical game. And you don't Eastern Kentucky's had the upper hand on Tech for years. And I think we're 50-18, and we're on the 18 side of the 50 losses and 18 wins. But you don't beat Eastern Kentucky if you don't get very, very physical with them, and because they're a physical football team.
Yeah.
That's their style of play. You can't finesse these guys and beat them. It just don't happen.
Now we know Trey's been hurt. We know Adam Urbano's been hurt. We know Bud Golden's been hurt. We know Derrick's been hurt. Are we going to get to see all of our offensive weapons on the field at one time?
You know, I still, it's the time of the show, not sure about Derrick and where he'll be. Bud and Adam are back. Hopefully Trey will be better. He needed a week off bad, and since Derrick got here, he played 5 plays or 8 plays in the first game. Since that game, buddy, all of our skill has not been together on offense. And of course, Zach Ziegler's gone for the year.
Yeah.
So we won't ever have them all back, but we won't get Tremaine Hudson back. He's still out, and I think TSU might be the first time that I feel like, if we don't hurt anybody this week, that we might have them all back for a game together.
Well, that would be great, and I promise I'll wash the shirt again before
Please.
Saturday. Well, this week the Golden Eagles do begin a 5-game stretch to wrap up the 2012 season, starting with a home game on Saturday night against the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky. It is blackout night, so the first 2,500 fans will get a black T-shirt, compliments of TTU Athletics. That's going to do it this week for Tennessee Tech head coach Watson Brown. You can be sure to come to the ball game, check it out. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. The tailgate park opens at 4. The broadcast on the radio, Magic 98.5, begins at 6 o'clock. For Tennessee Tech head coach Watson Brown, I'm Buddy Pearson. We'll see you next week on The Watson Brown Show.
The Watson Brown Show has been brought to you by IWC Cash and Carry, Miller Lite, Midstate Sports Medicine, and Pepsi.